Welcome to the yoga of single focus and self-discipline. Some of our aspects that we are practicing yoga. Beginning with your legs straight today, please. Come to a seated position where you may elevate your pelvis if you would like. And then lean back and just take out your right leg. Support with your hands from behind. Just interlace wide thumbs. Sit up tall and have a moment with your foot and ankle on the side, your toes. Stretch your feet both ways, whatever ways. Ankle goes around in a circle. Second side, pick it up. You can try lifting that straight leg up without any help, then hold on to it. Lift your heart and let your other leg relax. A few deep breaths here. Move your ankle as well as your foot. Just check in. And then release down. Fold both knees in. Come up and balance on your sacrum with your knees folded in. Playfully catching yourself there. And then let your ankles cross and your hips release out to the sides. Out and down. Taking a moment for any refinement and arrangement. Try to settle into a nice centered seat. Sit up tall, relaxing your arms down and your hands resting on your legs. Open hands. Slowly breathe about 10 times. Focus here on softening. We're just holding ourselves gently upright. Gravity takes care of grounding us. Focus on your breathing, letting the mind find its way there. Observe this process as you ask yourself to be quiet and focused. Notice your breath's ability to slow down, deepen. Move your breath through your nose, creating gentle sound. Feel that energy swirl. The sound of inhale is different from the sound of exhale. Endlessly curious about the breath. Focus on the expansive quality next time you breathe in. And the contraction of breathing out as we release what we no longer need. Twice more. Soften your eyes, steady them, close them if it makes you feel quiet inside. And then let your hands find each other. Feel your fingertips, feel your fingerprints as you bring your hand circles together. Line up your fingers. And lifting the skin of your sternum a little bit. So just hook your thumbs down and bring that skin up a little bit to lift your heart center. Shoulders down and together, shoulder blades drawing down and together. Tuck your chin. In 10. Continue your single focus. Add to your intention the willingness to work hard. Then breathe in deeply, lift your chin. Feel your heartbeat under your thumbs, the vibration of your breathing and sound. Open up your eyes and release your arms. Now coming to our first poses. Look back, twist. Let your belly be long and relaxed. Catch your opposite knee. This time, inwardly turn your arms. The thumb rolls down, shoulder rolls in, and wrap behind your waist. With that twist. Finding just the right amount in each pose so that you are not forcing, nor are you holding back. So that allows you to protect any sensitivity or injury in your body. You have full permission to do what you need to do. One more breath. See if there's a little room to grow. Maybe you can lengthen your spine a little bit more. Exhale, relax your twist, and then release back to center. Take out your legs and forward fold. Just a little bit is fine. Just soften into forwardness. Calm, exhale once more. Second side, fold back in your legs if you want to try to come from the balance, knees in, hips out, maybe ankles crossed the other way. Look back, twist, wrapping the waist with the back arm, roll in your shoulder, reach behind, look back. So we turn our face as well as our hearts and our bellies, and our eyes continue a sideways journey, not forcing, not straining. Exhale, 2, 3. You can still gently come into your center with a little contraction in twisting poses on the exhales. One more breath, feel that freedom of inhale. And the exhale, come down into your belly center. And then release back to center. Legs out, forward fold. Softly a few breaths. One more exhale. Pull into butterfly position with your feet together and your knees wide and a lot of space between your feet and your hips. Coming to forward fold for 5 breaths. Taking a yin attitude to this pose. Let yourself gently compress your body in this shape without engaging your muscles. Find that different vibe, the non-doingness of the yin pose. One more time, breathe, stillness, immediate strength. Inhale as you're ready, back to the cross legs for one more thing. Bring your right hand over to the floor beside you. So an active side bend. So let yourself come to a side bend, elbow bent. Reach over, palm down. Breathe in, sit up and pull your elbow down to your side, palm out. Just try that a number of times. Doesn't really matter that much about the angle of the hand. Lots to focus on. A flowing side bend with a little strength as you pull your elbow to your side. Twice more, your side bend, inhale. Exhale, pull down, sit up. One more time. And exhale. Release. Second side, hand down. Let's just practice that action one time first. Pull the elbow down into the side of your body. Palm forward. Palm down as you reach up. 1. Breathe in. Breathe out. You don't have to come all the way up. Just come part way up. Flow. Second one. Pull down. Strengthening along your rib cage, your back muscles. 4th one. And 5th one. Pause a moment. Take a breath. Feel. Transition to kneeling position. Transitions are an opportunity to build our strength. So if possible, come forward over your crossed ankles. If you need to go off to the side for a reason, that is fine. We want to bring your feet in nice and close. Curl them in with your hands. Bring your hands forward and carefully release to your knees. Coming to kneeling, if you need a cushion, we'll rise up and cross your ankles one way. Scoop one of your elbows under the other. We'll just do both sides. Tuck your chin, gently lift your elbows, 5 breaths. Balancing on your knees. Crossover body movements. Strengthen our brains. The connection of the hemispheres. Neural pathways. Deep breath again. Release your feet and your arms. Open out and back. Spread your wings. And tuck in for the other side. Other ankle on top. Other elbow underneath. Wrap it up. Elbows up, chin down. Concentrate on your balance. And just the right amount of depth in the work. 4th breath, calmly breathing in every position. And release and exhale, arms and legs release open. With the arms, lift your wings, imagine wings. And then release out to tabletop position. Having a moment to bring hands spiraling outward under your shoulders or in front of, if your wrists see more space. Knees under the hips, ground the tops of your feet and lightly tone your navel towards your spine. Breathe in, bring your heart forward, lift your head a little bit, gaze at your nose. Breathe out, drop your tail and your head, press your hands and round your back. Twice more, that flowing range of motion. Don't drop your belly here, keep it toned. Inhale. Exhale, press your hands, surround your back. One more time. Nose gaze to navel gaze. Return to center and look back at your right foot for 5 breaths. We're going to do some side flexion here, pressing your hands. So we create strength in this modification of a plank pose here. By activating the press, you wake up your muscles. One more exhale, gently explore that side bend. Come back to center with slowness. And look back towards your left foot, 5 breaths. So you can always reset your hands if they don't feel like they're in a position of power, if they feel stuck or uneven. Give yourself a reset one at a time. Really find the intelligence of our hands and feet in the practice. 4. And one more exhale. Slow return to center. Quarter dog, tuck your toes. Seek ease back, hips towards the heels. Walk out your arms so your elbows are up and your head down. Breathe 5 times. If you need to reset or ease up on your toes, do that. Open your hands to the earth. We always have the focus on the breath. What is the breath like in this shape? How do I find my breath here? Move your breath into your back body. Whenever your belly is compressed, it will happen naturally. Rise up. Let's flow from downward facing dog out to plank pose a few times. Try to lower your hips in plank. Press to downward dog. Out to plank. Find that uplift in your belly center. Firm the muscles of your legs. One more time. Back to downward dog. Breathe 5 times. Refine if necessary, and then go back to holding steady. External shoulder rotation towards the pinky sides of the hands. And you also ground your thumbs. One more breath. Step your right leg forward, just outside of your right hand. Step it out into a lunge. Doesn't have to be high lunge or anything. Just come to a lunge. Open out, 5 breaths. When we're in more active poses, we might breathe a little more quickly. Be determined with your breathing. One more time. With exhale, release your arms. Downward dog. Inhale, other foot steps forward, can be off your mat. Step into a lunge, open it out, breathe 5 times. Side plank variation. Press that arm into the earth. And also a determined reaching energy. Try to add the energy of reaching skyward. One more breath. Press and reach. Release, downward dog, exhale. Step forward, inhale. Fold forward, exhale. Come up to standing, rolling your shoulders back and down a time or two to settle your shoulders onto your rib cage, finding same standing mountain pose. Concentrate on standing for a moment. You are relaxed but aligned. Activate the muscles of your legs. Press your feet into the earth. Stand tall so your spinal bones have space. Exhale deeply. Draw your navel towards your spine. Bring your hands together for half moon side bend. You keep the palms pressing, your elbows can straighten or not. Come over to the right side while you send your hips over to the left. Pressing that bottom hand into the top one. It's challenging. Meet this challenge. Steady breathing and gazing. Challenging your core strength. One more exhale. That's all. Carefully come to center and bring your hands to your heart. Breathe in. Breathe out. Gently anchor your navel towards your spine. So we have that groundedness in the belly. Helps us move with the arms up, adding the challenge of going to the side. So try to work from your belly center. Also your feet. Shoulders down on the ears. And last breath, impermanence. Breathe in and breathe out. Release your arms, free breath. The counted sun salutation, a variation, is an opportunity for us to develop our discipline by connecting breath with that entire movement between the poses. So I'll stick to the script. Inhale, reach up to the sky. Exhale, fold forward. Remember to take care of your body with each choice. Halfway lift, inhale for 3. On this exhale, we need to go back to plank pose or chaturanga. Don't let your breath out too quickly. Inhale into upward facing dog. Sometimes that breath comes in really fast. Take another one if you need it. Exhale, lift up, come to your feet, downward dog. 5 breaths. Try to stay still today. Just the waves of breath. Tuck your chin. Breathe out one more time. Nice pressing hands, weight back into the legs. Bend your knees. Inhale, step forward and halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward deeply. Tuck your chin. Inhale, breath and movement up to standing. Take your time. You were just upside down. Exhale, giving yourself time to recover. Pause a moment. Take that in. 10 breaths. Try to give minimal instruction today. Inhale for 1. Exhale for 2. Inhale for 3. Half lift. Exhale back to plank or chaturanga. Press your arms straight. Inhale, tuck your tail if you need to. Exhale, downward dog. Focusing on body and breath. I know that's two things, but they're connected to each other. One more breath. Maybe try coming forward with a little jump if you'd like to try that. Then straighten out and breathe in. Exhale, fold. Release your breath. Ninth position is back up to the reach, up to the sky. And 10 is back into your heart center. Pause a moment. The counting can help you get out of your thinking brain. Please step your right leg back to high lunge position. Working yourself so you're on the balls of your foot. You can hold your waist to help you find your core strength wherever your hands are useful. And then bring your knee towards the floor and rise. So pulsing this lunge. Lower your back knee. 4 and 5. Rise up and angle down your back heel. Now come to warrior A. Bring your knee out towards your ankle. A moment to refine and ground your pelvis. Maybe tuck your tailbone. So we find this side of it, the downward energy of the pose. Inhale, upward energy. Hands together, bend your elbows, bring your hands behind your head, and you can nestle your head right back into your arms. 5 breaths. Are you gripping anywhere you don't need to? Are you able to breathe deeply? Feel the action of the legs. 4, and one more time. 5, exhale. Straighten your legs, release your arms, warrior B. Have a moment for that. Turn to the side with your back toes. Let your pelvis and ribs follow. Doesn't have to be all the way. Bring out your knee, find a nice wide stance. Shoulders down. Spread your fingers today and just see what that energy is like in this pose. For 1, gently spreading. Eyes off the front fingertips. Not too much effort in the hands, just one more breath. And then relax your hands down. Reverse the warrior. The front leg can straighten if you need it to. Look at your back foot for 1. 2, if you want to work into your cow face arms, that's an option. So notice how we're keeping attention on our front knee, even though we're not looking at it. Inhale, up and out, over to triangle pose. Just keep your feet as they are. Just have a wide stance. Open heart. 2, 3, 4. Grounded and reaching. Last breath. Rise up. Make your way to the front section of your mat. You work your feet close enough to find their springiness. Pause a moment. That was a lot on one side. Balance it out. Concentrate in preparation for the step back to high lunge on the ball of the foot. With practice, it becomes easier. Your body learns how to land in the pose, and then we refine, have a little time with it. Center your front knee, and then pulse. Bend your back knee, bring it towards the floor, and come up. So both knees actually bend. 2, whatever you need to do with your arms. 3, 4, last one. Then release the leg straight, angle in your back heel. Come to warrior A now. So ground the back leg with the arch. Giving some tail tuck energy, groundedness. Arms up, breathe in. Bend your elbows, breathe out. You might have a knee or a hip or something in your spine that you are taking care of in each pose. So always check in there first if you have anything that you're being extra careful with. Make sure you're mindful. Check your body. And it's impermanent. Just one more breath. Press that front leg straight. Release your arms. Open out warrior B. Have a few breaths to turn the lunge to the side. Spread your fingers and gaze forward. Your shoulders down. Shoulders grounding towards the earth. Ekagrata, one-pointed focus. Also tapas, self-discipline. Breathe out, relax, release. Reverse warrior, bring out your knee once again. Lean, reach back, look back at your foot. So once you've found your position, see what you can release in your feet. Release any gripping. Add the cow face arms optionally. Feeling kind of warm, hopefully. Standing pose is so important. That's why we spend a lot of time on them. Breathe out once more. Release those actions, straighten, and come out to a stretched out triangle pose. Open across your heart. One more breath. Rise up when you're ready and turn to your wide parallel feet position. You can angle in your toes more than your heels if that makes you feel more secure. Also the roots of your big toes, if you want to press each of those, maybe lift your other toes, relax your feet, whatever makes you feel more secure here. This is the pose that inspired the ekagrata practice, the one focus. So coming into widespread forward fold, your knees might need to bend. You might want blocks under your hands. You can do fingertips. So I have a tendency to lock my knees straight. So that's where my work is just keep my knees softened. Forward fold, ground your head towards the earth. Uplift in your low belly. And once you're down, you can check in with your feet and hands. It's okay if you don't touch the ground. Focus on gently lengthening your spine. Being in the state of calmness from the forward fold and the upside down action. One more exhale. Inhale, just come to half lift pose. You can come to your legs or the floor. Breathe out again. Another breath to come up. Exhale, stay. We're just upside down. So just to give ourselves time to be upright again. Bring your feet closer together. Step out. Top of your mat. Now exploring flight with a warrior C and a leg float. So going back and then forward. If you want to be by something steady or wall support, that's fine. So we're going to shift weight into our right leg. Spreading that foot, just concentrate on that weight shift. Let your arms be free so they can support you. Just try to lift your back leg straight up and you'll bow forward to bring your leg about parallel to the floor. Soften your standing knee, ground the root of your big toe. Keep trying, so come in and out if you need to. You want to add that reach forward, 1 or 2 more breaths. If you absolutely have to touch down, you may. If you don't need to, try to stand up and bring your leg forward. So it's okay if you need a transitional, let go for 1, 2. Determined to lift that leg as high as you can for today. We haven't done this in a while, so be very compassionate. 1 more breath. Come down slowly if possible. Land in both legs. Feel that sensation, the energy, and the mindset. That first set your mind. Then set your eyes and your body as you explore the second side. Remember, you can soften your standing leg knee as needed. It can help you use more of your muscles in your leg. Lift up. I'm using the concentration gesture with my hands, the fingertips together, out of desperation to use anything to help make it easier. A few more breaths, do your best. Lift the corners of your mouth a little bit so you are lighthearted about it, and then come on up and transition, pausing if needed. See if you can avoid it if possible. Whatever you want to do with your arms. 3, 4, lift your leg as high as you can. If your knee's bent, that's okay. Come on down, nice and slowly. And we're done. Just do our best, and then we let it be. Come back and practice another time. Time to transition downward. Let's do the gentle standing back bend. So at the top of your mat, inhale up, lift your whole rib cage. Exhale, pelvis forward a little bit, gently heading back. Inhale, strong belly, forward fold, 5 breaths. Yogi's choice of arm position. Hands under the feet, big toes, elbow holding. For 1. Back body breathing. Widen your elbows if you have your feet or your toes. 1 more breath. Bend your knees to release down your arms, then walk back to plank and then to your forearms. If you need your knees down, that's okay. Come to dolphin pose. Hands together or flat. Feet in downward dog position. Heels are up higher. Press the forearm bones, uplift belly and head down. Defying gravity. Use your whole body. Just 1 more breath. And walk your feet away from your elbows so you come to the forearm plank pose. Bring your belly down and your thighs. Release your feet. And come down to the earth on the front of your body. Bring your arms out and back with your palms facing forward. Doing a flying locust pose. Lift your back legs, your legs, and your chest. Breathe 5 times. Lift yourself away from the floor with an open heart. Legs are separated, they can be together or not. 1 more breath, lift something. Doesn't have to be high. Exhale, soften and come down. And curl right into half frog pose to the left side. Slide that left knee along the floor beside you. And curl yourself over, support your head, and go soft. 5 breaths, maybe 8. And then when you come into a yin pose of non-doing, we want to keep our concentration focused, steady. And part of the practice is that repeatedly drawing yourself back. Let's try to enjoy holding stillness in your body. If anything's weighing on your heart, let the earth help you shoulder that. The earth support you and receive. emotional energy. Breathe out. Slowly transition to the other side, right into half frog. Really just curl yourself over to the side. Check in, support your head and neck. Breathe deeply. Two more slow, deep breaths. Last one. Stretch out and release that side pose. Come back to a wide child's pose. So gathering the hands into that outward spiral position close to your chest, elbows in. This gives you this power to press forward and down. You're not going to move your hands, just press down and forward to peel up. Widen your knees. Lay out your blanket if you need it for support. Wide child's pose with the option of threading the needle as well. You can lay down a blanket for your head and shoulders. Your hips can be high or low. This is a great pose to use your mindfulness because we are coming to put some pressure on the side of our skull and work towards having a long neck, controlling this twist with our hands, with our belly strength. Remember, not too much gripping in your belly. Let your belly be free. New perspective. You may roll towards the back of your skull. Or one more breath. See if there's some tightness you can breathe into. And then back off. Release completely. Other side. Ekagrata, one-pointedness. Focus on this and this alone. Arrive after a few breaths. Feel yourself settle in. And then you may explore rolling towards the back of your skull a little more. Grounding the tops of your feet. A little uplift in your pelvic floor. And breathe one more time. Follow inhale energy. Press yourself up and out. Coming through to sit down in Fire Locust Pose. You could flow through if you wanted, up dog, down dog, or just transition back over your ankles from whence we came. And perhaps an elevated seat. So with Fire Locust Pose, we bring a tip to stack our shins. Bringing the feet away from the hips is a great place to start. Begin to activate your feet, just a sense of brightness. And this protects your knees by activating your muscles. You may carefully lift up one of your legs and see about placing it on top of the other. We are all going to be in our own specific ways here, so really listen and don't strain your knees at all. So we'll bring a stretch back into the hips with this leg position. The slightest lean forward might be enough. If it feels good to your body to go further forward, you may. Exhale, try to soften. Breathe 5 times. Stretching across hips and low back, just the right amount. Exhale for 6. Twice more. Stay steady, or maybe deepen just a little bit if you've got some space. Follow your next breath in. Walk in. Carefully release and check in with the other side. Moving the feet away from the hips. Brightening both feet. Considering a stack of some kind. It's okay if your legs more folded in and doesn't come out to stack. And then this moment right now, 8 breaths that are positive for your body. Be right where you are on this side. Exhale for 3, starting to settle in. When we work deeply, listen to the breath as a guide to help us stay safe. For the last couple of breaths, maybe there's a little more room to come forward, a little more softness somewhere. And breathe out once more. Walk in slowly and straighten out your legs carefully. Lean back, fingers back, rest back into your straight arms, and just relax your legs and hips for a moment. Feel that connection all the way down. And then coming to Tadasana, seated staff pose. Cross your right foot over your left, turning out your toes towards the left. Variation of infinity pose and also the little grasshopper, playing with our theme of lifting up. So we're going to head over towards that side. The foot is crossed over. And let's start with the just roll to the outside of your leg and hip. And space for your arms, let them move away so you have stretch of your lateral body. Breathe 5 times. Infinity variation. 3, 4, 5. And release. Keep your leg though. Baby grasshopper. We can use all 4 of our limbs, finesse, gravity, bandhas, to lift our hips off the floor. So here we want that chaturanga position, those outward hands, those inward elbows, nice and close under your chest. Roll over, bend your elbows as needed. Press both of your feet and see if you can lift your hips up off the ground. Lift something, just try. Press your hands, press your feet. Exhale, come down and release. Shake it out, let it go. Just do your best. Second side, press over, letting the toes turn outward some. Roll towards the outside of your leg and hip. 5 breaths in infinity variation. Nice lift out of your shoulder, of your back shoulder. Fifth breath. Try to stay present with this one. A little release. And then the second one, so this foot position, that crossover foot is a huge part of it. Like a lot of it comes from that, as well as the arms. So we might just refine until we find a little sense of power. And that straight leg foot is the last thing that we can really press into. Lean your head forward, press, lift something. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Bring it on down. Straight legs, let be. If you'd like to apply some socks and long sleeves, a little sip of water, and then lie down with your legs straight. Have your resting props where you can reach them. Hopefully by this time in practice, it feels good to lie down and stop because we did some pretty hard work today. Lie down, legs straight, centering skull, centering spine. Pull in your heels so your knees bend, and then lift your feet off the floor and up towards the sky. Bring your arms by your sides. And practicing bringing your feet away and then towards you, maybe lift up a little bit, press the earth. A few more times, just try that. Lift up. It comes from rounding and from reaching. Let your head move as necessary. Lift up and stay up. Plow pose or shoulder stand. You don't have to be high off the ground. You can be very close to the ground with your hips. And relax. No more lifting up. Just a little reaching energy. I really shouldn't say that if you're in shoulder stand. You really do need to lift up there still. In the preparation, it is a lighter energy. 5, 3 more breaths, maybe legs coming overhead. You can come down as you are ready. Exhale, slowly bring your spine and hips down and bring your knees to your chest. Keep your knee bent, place your right leg on the floor for Supta Baddha Uttanasana. There it is. Take your left leg and straighten it, draw it towards you. Your other leg may slide out to any degree. Exhale, ground into your navel center. Feel those low ribs come together. Inhale, lift up. Try not to bring any strain to your neck or your jaw. Just use your belly and your arms. One more breath, come down. You might bend that bottom knee again to come into the second one, not to the side. Use an open hand and a bent elbow to catch your leg. Or if you can reach your big toe, you can hold on. And then turn away, maybe straightening out the second leg. Letting gravity release out some straightness into the legs. And then inhale, return your leg to center and change sides. Reclining big toe pose, using the wide interlace wide thumbs position if you like, maybe straightening out your left leg. Exhale, ground your low ribs down and together. Inhale, fold in. Yoga makes your whole body stronger. Exhale, bring down your head nice and centered. Open up your hand, bring your elbow down, catch your leg or your big toe. Turn your head the other way. Other leg straight or bent, it's fine. Four, ground into your belly center on the exhales. And one more time. Breathe in, head to center, leg to center, and release into wide knees on the back. Your own favorite expression of Ananda Balasana. Think about when we were in a downward facing position doing the wide child's pose. And 5, Release your feet back to the earth. Crossover, twist, if it doesn't put too much pressure on your hip. So we do a twist of your choice if you would like to. Cross the left leg over your right and head over to the right side of your body. Bring your legs towards the floor. Just be mindful not to put too much strain with that crossover. If it strains your back or hip too much, uncross. Open your heart in resting twist and look away. Go soft. Just enough engagement to keep yourself feeling safe. Try to create a position that feels nice and just relax in that sensation. Deeply exhaling. Just one more slow deep breath on this side. Take your time, return to center and pause. Maybe knock your knees together. Transition. Second side. Optional crossover. Turn your head, expand your heart center, and then relax, breathing deeply. Concentrating on the exhale energy. And make sure you refine your twist so it does feel like a good fit for you today. It's a nice sense of opening and releasing. Also grounding. One more time. Returning to the back of your body, bring your knees in, cover yourself up. Cold is distracting. You know, some of you have been through some recent cold in your houses, wintertime inside. Shavasana warm is good. Blankets, eye covering, hoodie, tuck yourself in so you feel cozy. And this is an important part. Give yourself this time, plenty of time today for this resting pose. Getting into the energy of non-doing. Once you have checked in, focus on your body first, arranging so that your limbs are able to release away from the center. Let your face and your hands let go of any effort, any expression of frustration or anything. Just try to let them become peaceful. Let them express peace. Let your throat soften, maybe swallow a little bit to release there. So it feels open and free. Soften the backs of your knees. Let your weight gently ground your shoulder blades so your spine can relax. Let go of the organization of your breath to some degree and try to just notice it without telling it what to do. Your mouth can be slightly open. Breath can go through nose and mouth. Soften the space between your eyebrows. Let your belly rise and fall freely. Make sure your arms have enough space so your shoulders can relax. Let them roll away or move away from your center. There's a little self-discipline, or maybe a lot involved with staying still. Be patient. Allow stillness to be your ekagrata, your one focus. One star in the dark paths of the houses shines as if it were a sign set there to point the way to, but more beautiful somehow than what it points to, so that no one has ever gone on beyond, except those who could not see it and went on to what it pointed to and could not see that either. The star far off separates, yet how could I see it if there were not inside me the same star? We wish on the star because the star itself is a wish, an unwilling halting place so far and no farther. Everything is its own sigh at being what it is and no more. An unanswered yearning toward what might be, or was once perhaps, or might be, might have been, or, and so soon after the sun goes, the night comes. The star has set. Move a few breaths through the left channel of your nose. And then the right. Waiting patiently for that breath to finish so that the right side may take over. And both sides. Again, perhaps one side feels more open than the other. Follow that side, or whichever side calls to side, rolling over to the side and resting. Bring your props with you as you come with gentleness up to sitting. So if you want to keep your blanket on you or wrapped around you, come for a moment. still, gently tall. Come to that last section of the work of a single focus, and that is releasing. We did our best. We practiced. And just let it go. Let go of any attachment to outcome. Resting there in that freedom. Bring your hands into your center. If you'd like to, again, lift your sternum skin and then bow your forehead. Down. Thank you so much for sharing this time with me. Stay hydrated. Please let me know if you have any questions. If I should do a